This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever find yourself playing the budgeting game? Well, with a Name Your Price tool from Progressive, you can find options that fit your budget and potentially lower your bills. Try it at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states. If you were fixing your bra straps, fussing with wires, or battling your bra during this podcast, stop right now. You'll want to hear this. Those bra problems, those problems you thought you had to live with, Third Love has solved them. Their bras make it easy to get what you want, whether it's ultimate cleavage, a smooth look, or stopping your shirt buttons from pulling. With over 60 sizes, including half cups you won't find anywhere else, you'll never be stuck between two sizes that don't fit. So stop settling for bad bras. Now's the time to treat yourself and get your problem solved. Save $15 on your first order with code PODCAST15 at thirdlove.com.
Welcome back to another episode of Investies. I'm your host, Linda Garcia. This week on the podcast, I am going to have an extra special episode. I'm going to have a Mother's Day episode. Unfortunately, last weekend, I had to be in Austin working. When I was on my way to Austin for the week, I was told that we would have to work through Mother's Day weekend, which meant that we were going to have a 14-day schedule. Unfortunately, I was unable to plan around that because we were told very last minute, which meant I did not have enough outfits in Austin for 14 days. I take my clothes on a weekly basis. It also completely messed up the idea of Mother's Day and the plans that we had here in Dallas. We worked through Saturday and then we were surprisingly given Sunday off, which honestly did nothing for me because it was going to be really hard on me to have to drive in Sunday 3 hours, spend a couple of hours with my family, and then drive back another 3 hours after having a grueling 6-day work week. So I did not drive in for Mother's Day. I did try to make the best out of it. I did take myself shopping to try and get some outfits for the following week. Wasn't really as successful as I'd like to have been. It was more stressful than anything. Outfits were reworked for the second week. And I just tried to, do my best. And so here we are. I am back in Dallas after 14 days of being away from my son, which is very challenging. It is very hard on me emotionally, and I can't expect that it is easy on my son. Children are so much more resilient. So that's good, but it was definitely hard on us to not be able to see each other. Instead of me taking time to do research and finding out what happened in the stock market, I'm going to interview my son and ask him about how he's doing, have a little bit of a conversation with him, ask him about the Texas Capitol. We'll see where this conversation goes. I just want to tell you, thank you so much for your patience with me as I move through this process. It's not easy to do the podcast, as you already know, as you've heard me tell you for several episodes now, but I do appreciate your compassion and patience as we move through this. I hope you enjoy this interview with my son, Benicio Ayala. Benny, tell the audience how old you are, your grade level, and what you are currently enjoying the most about school.
I'm 9, and I'm in 3rd grade, about to move into 4th. My favorite subject currently is art.
What do you enjoy the most about art?
I can create whatever I want, and it's fun.
Talk to us a little bit about your closest friends in school and why you enjoy hanging out with them.
My close friends are Silas, Julian, and Levi. I like to talk with them.
That is so interesting that you like to talk with them. I would have guessed that there was a specific game during recess that you enjoyed playing with them. What do you guys like to talk about?
Me and Julian talk about the group project because that's a group project that we're doing.
Do you want to talk to us a little bit more about the great project? Like, what are you all doing the great project on?
Ancient Japan.
What have you learned so far about ancient Japan in doing this great project?
I learned about clothing, shelter, mythology, just a little bit about mythology. Communication, and that's it, I'm pretty sure.
Can you share with us a little bit about what you've learned pertaining to communication during ancient Japan?
I can't really recall.
How do they communicate?
Normally by writing, but they have syllables called kana and katakana.
For this great project, I know that you all are going to dress up. Is that right?
Yeah.
How are you choosing to interpret ancient Japan with your wardrobe?
My dad is making sandals, how they used to look when they first introduced them in ancient Japan.
What do the sandals look like?
They're basically just wooden, like bricks that are sanded. Then they just put laces.
I know exactly what sandals you're talking about. I had a pair of those sandals when I was little, probably your age, Benny. All right, so you mentioned that your other friend, who I believe him to be one of your best friends, is Silas. Recently, we took Silas to the Texas Capitol. Can you share a little bit about what you did with Silas at the Texas Capitol?
We basically just hung out in the office, and I showed him some stuff, and then we went over to the floor and just watched for a little bit.
You watched in the gallery, is that right?
Yeah, the gallery.
Can you explain what the gallery is for those that don't know?
It's like a level above the floor that people can spectate from.
And what are they spectating?
Arguing.
What are we arguing about?
Bills.
And what are bills?
Laws?
That we are doing what with?
Voting.
You also went on a tour with Silas. You've had multiple tours of the Texas Capitol. Can you talk to us a little bit about the favorite parts of the Texas Capitol that you enjoy the most?
The guy was nice, so I guess his stories.
Do you recall a specific story that the tour guide shared with you?
Like stories about the Capitol and its history. I think he said that when he was a kid, he went to the grocery store with his mom, and his mom saw someone who would eventually become a governor later in the future. I forgot who, though.
What are some of your favorite spaces in the Texas Capitol?
My favorite part was the Capitol Girl.
Not to be confused with the Capitol Girl, but the Capitol Grill. Why do you like the Capitol Grill?
Grilled cheeses are yummy.
It is one of the only places where Benny will eat a grilled cheese, which honestly I think says a lot about the Capitol Grill, given that Benicio, his favorite food is Wagyu beef rare. I made the mistake of introducing him to that one day, and he has not looked back, unfortunately for me. What about the vault in the Texas Capitol? After your tour, you continuously talked about the vault.
That was just scary. It was like a basement that had like just random valuables in it from a long time ago. I think one of them was one of the very first hammer thingies.
The gavel.
Yeah, gavel.
You went to the Texas Capitol with Silas for a very specific event. Can you share with us what event that was?
For the Easter egg hunt at the governor's mansion.
What was that like? I haven't even gotten to go to the governor's mansion. The day that you came for the Easter egg hunt, I was unfortunately stuck on the house floor. I was unable to get out and go and spend time with you. Can you share with us a little bit about what that experience was like with Silas?
It looked big on the outside, but it really wasn't that big. It was 2 stories, but the rooms were cool.
What did the rooms look like?
They looked old.
What made the rooms look old to you?
There was a lot of gold and green. Me and Silas sat on every couch that there was. That was our mission.
How many couches were there?
9.
9 couches?
Yeah.
Why would anyone need 9 couches?
I don't know.
What else did you guys do besides sit on every couch at the Easter egg hunt?
We Easter egg hunted. The goal was to get the golden egg.
How many golden eggs were there?
There was like 3 areas, and all of the areas had... No, there was 4 areas. All the areas had 1 golden egg in each area.
Got it. So a total of 4 golden eggs.
Yeah.
Did you and Silas get a golden egg?
No.
Oh, man. What did the eggs have inside?
I don't know.
What about the actual eggs that you all captured?
They had like gold, blue, green, and I think pink coins. Or they could just have little fidgets.
No candy?
No.
At all?
No.
What did you think about the entire event?
It was cool. I liked it.
Were there a lot of kids?
There were. That made it hard.
About how many kids were there?
Oh, I'd say 2,000.
What? I don't think there were 2,000 kids.
1,000.
1,000? I don't think there were 1,000.
There were a lot of people. Actually, maybe there were 500.
On average, you'll have to wait 31 days to see an OBGYN. And if you're dealing with an infection or outbreak, you know you need care fast. That's where WISP comes in. Connect with a U.S. licensed provider online and pick up safe, effective treatment at your local pharmacy that same day. Plus, get birth control and more delivered in all 50 states. Take control with comprehensive sexual and reproductive care, all from your phone. WISP. That's hellowisp.com. The waiting room can wait.
Whatever the occasion, effortless elegance is right this way. Because Hilton brings you new ways to stay courtesy of the Nomad London. And it doesn't stop at award-winning dining in a space draped in velvet and illuminated by vintage chandeliers. No, this day goes beyond with unparalleled personalized service and attentive hospitality. Oh, and did we mention the Nomad London can be booked using your Hilton Honors points at Hilton.com? Hilton, for the stay.
You get to watch a lot of what takes place on the house floor, not just from the gallery, but also from streaming it while you're here in Dallas. And I think that you've gotten to know a lot of what I would call characters on the house floor. Can you tell me who you like to listen to the most on the back mic?
Rep Wu.
Chairman Wu.
Yeah.
What do you like about him?
He's fun to listen to. He argues a lot.
What about the arguing is it that you like?
That he's strong in his points.
Wow, Benny, I'm surprised. I actually anticipated for you to say you didn't know, but the fact that you had someone in mind already chosen, I think is pretty impressive. You're paying attention, and I wonder how this is going to end up impacting you later in life. Are there any other folks on the House floor that you enjoy listening to? Anyone else that stands out in your mind? For those that didn't catch that, Benny whispered, "I don't know anyone else but Wu." And I'm shocked by this answer, but I also think that what he is expressing here is that he has been able to see the leadership role that Wu has stepped into. He is our chairman for the Democratic Party. And so when you're a chairman, it does require you to take the lead on certain topics and go up to the back mic and argue points and lead the party. And so I guess what we're seeing is a result of that, in that is a consistent character. And by character, I just mean a person in this experience for Benny that is playing out and I guess making an impact. How do you feel about the overall experience, this entire process? Me working in the space, not being here, how does that make you feel?
Sad,
Yeah.
happy.
Yeah. I think that perfectly simplifies and sums up this experience. I want to give a very special shout out for all of the mothers out there. No matter how you're moving through motherhood and what fits best for your family, please know that you are loved and appreciated. Happy Mother's Day.
You're listening to Investies, a Cosmic Standard and In Luz We Trust production. My mom, Linda Garcia, is the host. A special thank you to the team, Asia Simpson, Elijah Smith, and Jacob Winnick. Don't forget to rate and review my mom's podcast. It really helps her and is a small token of appreciation. A special thank you to the team, Asia Sims. Why can't you do it? A special thank you to the team, Asia Simpson, Elijah Smith, and Jacob Wink.
Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome. Ghost noises.
With so many options, why choose Arizona State University?
For me, the only online option was ASU because of the quality. Their faculty was really involved with their students and care about your personal journey. The dedication to my personal development from my professors, that's been extremely valuable to me.
Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Explore more than 300 undergraduate, graduate, and certificate programs at asuonline.asu.edu.